Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to another enthralling and interesting episode of the Whiteblood Panorama on your favorite channel, Whiteblood Multimedia. I'm your host, Umar and don't forget, this is a show designed to host different people and get them to tell their own stories. My name is Umar once again. How possible is it for a woman to effectively carry out her obligatory duties both as a journalist and as a mother? Well, my guest today has been trying her hardest to strike that kind of balance. Even though there must have been challenges, hurdles, and stumbling blocks along the line. But how has she been able to do that and to cope with those challenges? Well, we will get to know that in the course of the program. Halima Umar Saleh, which is a household name here in Nigeria, got her first degree from BUK, Bayero University, Kano, where she studied mass communication. She then worked for Voice of Nigeria, that's VON. About 10 years ago, she joined the BBC Hausa service, a place that she has regarded as a family. She worked, well, in the past tense, as a reporter before assuming the position of senior digital journalist, which means she's a big boss, or she was a big boss, having a lot of people working under her. One of the big bosses, all right, of course. Well, she is no longer Halima Umar Saleh of the BBC Hausa service now, because she's now moving to one of the world's most beautiful cities. I'm talking about Istanbul of Turkey, which was known as Turkey before. She will now be working for the biggest state-owned Turkish media organization, that is TRT. TRT World is expanding its global reach by strengthening its Africa service and opening other services, one of which is Hausa service. And Halima Umar Saleh is going there as a deputy head of the Hausa service of TRT. What should we expect from TRT Hausa? And since most, if not all of the journalists there are from the BBC Hausa, are we going to see a total replica of the BBC Hausa service there at TRT? Well, this and a lot of other questions are going to be discussed and dissected here on this show. And I'm pleased and happy to inform you that Halima Umar Saleh joins me right now in the studio. Well, thank you very much indeed for coming.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's a pleasure. Well, thank you.
Yeah, once again, before we dive deeply into the crux of the discussion, I have to thank you personally, even though we as journalists were not expected to allow our personal stuff to interfere in the work, but I feel like I feel duty bound to do that. Yesterday, you paid a visit to our house and you greeted our parents, so this is really significant for me and for the family. So once again, thank you on behalf of the whole family.
Thank you so much, Umar. It's because you are already a family.
Wow. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
you are a family friend.
All right, thank you very much for this great position. So let's now dive deeply into the crux of the discussion briefly, because we've got a lot of things to discuss. Sure. Who is Halima Umar Saleh? Briefly.
You already said who she is at the beginning, okay, but let me say it briefly. Halima Umar Saleh was born more than 40 years ago. Oh. Some people don't want to tell their age. Yeah,
but you have no problem revealing yours.
Yeah.
So it's 45 now.
It's 41.
Okay, 41. Yes. That's good.
Yeah. So I was born in Giade, a town of Giade, local government area of today, in Bauchi State. Yeah. When I say in Bauchi State, it's in Bauchi North. Okay. Yeah. That's Katagum zone. Okay. So I was 4 years old when we left Giade for Kano, where my father was working. So when we came to Kano, and I was enrolled in a nursery school in Yankaba. I still can remember the name, Tarbiya Nursery School.
Wow, mashallah. So you did Makaranta Lilo?
Yeah, Makaranta Lilo, yeah. So in Tarbiya, after 2 years, then I proceeded to Murtala Muhammad Memorial Islamic Primary School. Good. The school is does no longer exist, but it is there. The structure is there, but it is a secondary school now, opposite Masallachi Murtala. Good. And I spent 5 years there, and from Murtala Muhammad I went to Nana Isha Girls Arabic Secondary School. Nana Isha is still in existence, is here near Ali bin Abi Talib Mosque, Umar bin Khattab Mosque. So in Anaisha, I spent 6 years. And then after graduating in 1999, I spent 1 year doing nothing. Because at that time, initially, the aim was to get married. But because of some
that's good.
Issues. So I didn't. Then after a year, I got an admission at Bayero University, Kano, in the Department of Mass Communication. At that time, it was a BA under the Faculty of Arts and Islamic Studies. Faiz. So yes, I spent I think 5 years because of the strike.
There was a strike in between.
Because of the strike. I graduated in 2005. And then after graduation, but before then, I got married when I was in first semester level 3. Yes. So after graduating, I moved to Abuja where my husband was working, and I did my NYSC. Then from Intercellular, I spent I think 7 months or 6. Then I finished the National Youth Service at NITEL, Nigerian Telecommunication Company. At that time, it was still existing. So after NITEL, in Intercellular, I worked as a customer care officer. I was receiving customers with their complaints, and I was seeing how to resolve their issues. So but in NITEL, I worked with the training department. So after completing my NYSC, I had 1 child at that time, and I was pregnant for the second. So I was at home throughout. I was just doing small businesses from this to that. Then it was in 2010 that I got the opportunity to work in Voice of Nigeria as a news reporter, producer. So at that time, it was in the English newsroom, but I felt like, because I know I'm good in Hausa, so I said, let me be going to the Hausa service and be doing voluntary work. So I was going there, translating stuff for them, and sometimes even read news in Hausa, apart from my main work in the newsroom. So, and you know why I was doing that? I was trying to prepare myself for any opportunity that might come up to work with the BBC.
So you had this childhood ambition of working for the BBC?
Since when I was a child, because...
how did you get the inspiration?
I was like right from a child. I could say that I was a storyteller. I love telling stories.
So
I love passing information. I was talkative and then inquisitive. I always ask questions. And the curiosity in me. So since that time, my father's friends or my uncles or some family friends will be saying, Halima, BBC, this girl, it's like she wants to work with the BBC. So saying that, I always say, what is this BBC? So when there was a time I got, what do you call it, a banner of the BBC staff. So at that time there was Hindu Rufai Waziri and Bilkisu Labaran and Jamila Changaza. So my attention was not on the male presenters. It was only on these 3 female presenters, and I was always like, oh, I will become this one day. And I will be practicing how to read news in front of the mirror. So when I was preparing myself for that in Voice of Nigeria, at a point, I even wanted to be transferred from newsroom to what do you call to the Hausa service. But the DG then, one Fulani man from what do you call it, from Adamawa, he said, no, I will not remove you from newsroom because I don't want this that our young ladies from the north, when they come, they don't feel confident enough to work in the newsroom. I want you to work in the newsroom, but you can as well go to the Hausa service and be working. So that's when I got the support, and I was doing the 2.
That's great.
So one day I was doing weekend shifts, and my cousin sent me a job, a vacancy that BBC was looking for multimedia broadcast journalists, and I tried my luck. I was shortlisted, and they called me for interview, and I went. I received an email that I was successful. So that's how it started. I joined Voice of Nigeria May 2010. Then November 2014, I got offer with the BBC, and I started that job on the 1st of December 2014.
14 years.
Yeah.
That's about 8 years now.
Up to December 2022.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
What's kind of...
Let me even tell you one coincidence. I got the TRT job offer on the 2nd of December.
Oh my God. Coincidences in plural.
Yes.
Wow, that's great. MashaAllah.
So basically, this is Halima Umar Saleh. I have 4 kids.
Good.
2 girls, 2 boys. And then, of course, my super supportive husband.
Oh, super supportive husband.
Yes.
Why these adjectives? Yeah.
He is super because in my own world, I've never seen a husband like him.
Okay.
He does support me in everything I do. He trusts me. And there is so much respect between the two of us.
But that is, you would hear the same thing when you ask other women about their husbands. What makes you special?
Every woman knows her husband. Me, I know only my husband. And I must commend my husband wherever I find myself. Without his support, I wouldn't have been here today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even to my studio?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. So he is always ready to support me.
That's great.
Regardless of whatever it is, he's always ready to support me. If it does not violate the
norms, the religion,
the tradition. So he's always ready to support me.
So can we give him a round of applause? Yes, of course, he deserves that.
He deserves that, yeah.
So may Allah continue to strengthen the bond, the relationship that exists in your family. Oh, that's great, of course. And many thanks, of course, indeed to him for everything that he has been doing to you. So let's now get the ball rolling.
Okay.
After your biography, I can remember you recently posted on your Facebook page that you are leaving the BBC Hausa service, amazing family, all those words or phrases and so on and so forth. But one thing that has caught my attention are the words of your mentor, as you call him, and boss, or former boss in this regard, Ali Abdullahi Tanku. He said, and I quote, Halima, you have written your name in gold. This is what he says. How much does this statement mean to you?
It means so much, because that shows that the commitment, the dedication that I put during my years in BBC, that it has been commended.
Good.
It means so much. It is something great for your supervisor to commend you on what you do, or to commend you on what you did.
Of course.
So I didn't even, at a point, I didn't even know that I did so much in the BBC. But when he said that, then I started thinking, reflecting, saying, okay, so that means I did so many great things in BBC for my boss to say that. So I really appreciate.
What can you look back and see that you personally have done to the BBC, which has made it what it is right now, especially in terms of digital journalism now?
I can tell you that I am part of transforming the digital department of the BBC, or let me say the digital content of the BBC Hausa service. Because when I joined the BBC at that time,
in 2014,
yes, there was digital platforms, but like they were not as vibrant as now, because we can say every year in Nigeria there is internet penetration, more internet penetration.
Of course.
So the number of people you had last year following you on your pages will definitely change next year.
Yes,
you understand? Because of that, and because of the content you produce. So I can proudly say that I contributed a lot with stories, with ideas, with how we treat our content. So many things that I cannot even mention them here.
So you're talking about, when talking about digital aspect of the BBC, you're talking about social media and the internet, and also YouTube.
Yes.
So you're the one handling all those things?
No, yes, I'm a senior digital journalist, and we are too. Okay. We were two, the senior digital journalists.
You are who?
Then me and Nasidi Adumwehaya.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, then there is senior social media journalist, who is Umar Rayyan. Okay. But we work as a team. Yeah, but Umar Rayyan is the main driver of the social media pages, while Nasidi and I were the main drivers of the website, and then the analytical tools. We look at the analytics, we see how we are performing, we see where we are lagging behind, we see how to improve. You understand? We spearhead all the activities. We spearheaded all the activities of the digital team. Yeah, and like I told you, like BBC is one family. Every work that you see in BBC, that's why BBC is always succeeding, because we believe in teamwork. So ours was a teamwork. Exactly. So we brainstorm, you understand? We brought issues on the table, we discussed them, we brought out solutions to every problem we came across.
So that is where whenever I come across, whenever I come to interview somebody who works or used to work for the BBC, would just be telling you, when I was in the BBC, when I was working for the BBC, this phrase or these phrases are really common.
It's a pride. I always tell people that BBC is a great organization to work with. Yeah, even if it is for 1 month. Because BBC gives you a level playing field for you to grow professionally, and it's just left for you to either take the advantage, the opportunity, and grow yourself, develop yourself, and even develop others, or you may decide to sit back and be watching. You understand? Yeah, but so BBC is a great place. It is an institution for journalism.
So it's not even, it's beyond a media organization.
It's beyond a media organization. It is an institution. Once you are a staff of the BBC, there is a page, they call it Gateway. That page is just like, it's a website. It is just like a school. So once you come to work, whenever you have a free time, instead of wasting it doing nothing, you can just go to that page. Even at home, you can access it. You can do trainings. You understand? You can learn so many things. You can, even if you want to do refresher trainings, they are all available. So that's why we say BBC is an institution. If you go, you can not only work as a journalist, but also learn as a student. Yes, that's why I say it gives you a level playing field. It's just left for you to grab the opportunity.
Thumbs up for the BBC. We're going on a short break. When we come back, of course, the program continues. We're having a very interesting interview with Halima Umar Saleh, who used to be the chief senior journalist for the senior digital journalist for the BBC Hausa service, and who is at the same time now moving to Istanbul and work for TRT World. When we come back, the interview continues, and we are going to talk more about what she is going to do there at TRT and how she's going to help uplift the standard of TRT and so on and so forth.
yawan zama da basir, yawan zama da sanyi, iya sa namiji ana matsa shi da matsa bango afuwa ya haƙuri bayani ne. Sai aka ce daga Allah na baki haƙuri.
Wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. I am glad to be here, and many thanks to the Whiteblood Panorama program, and I want to thank you particularly Umar for what that you do.
Agashe ka sarkin yaƙi gun yaƙi san baka da sauƙi. Duk wani mai ƙarfi gun yaƙi ba za ya kai ya Aliyu gwanina.
Muna so mana bayanin addu'a da ake yi idan ruwan sama ya sauko.
Na'am. Alhamdulillahi sai da na ci karfin labarin ma na kusan gamawa, sai na join da wata kungiya zamani writers a lokacin. To shiga ta wannan kungiya ta marubuta na samu gogewa gaskiya.
Na ce to ke wace ce sanar da ibanci da maybe in ya gama zance da ke yana gaba wata ce.
Ba tabbas.
Alright, welcome back. This is Whiteblood Panorama on your favorite channel, Whiteblood Multimedia, and I'm your host Umar Isa Dandago. Don't forget we are having a very interesting interview with Halima Umar Saleh, who is now moving to TRT as a deputy head of TRT Hausa service there. Well, Aunty Halima, welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's now talk about you as a deputy editor-in-chief of TRT Hausa service. Like, how did it start? Like, why did you feel like you had to leave the BBC Hausa service, even though you said that, and you keep saying that it's a family and it's a very good place to work with and learn also, and all the amazing people working there? Why did you decide to leave?
Because I have many goals that I can only achieve them when I leave the BBC.
Wow.
Sometimes it takes a lot of courage for you to leave your comfort zone. And me as a journalist, I don't want every organization to become my comfort zone.
Wow.
Yes, because I want to become a truly professional journalist. So that means I need experience from different angles. Yeah, I have experience working with the Nigerian Media Organization. I had experience working with the British Broadcasting Corporation.
The BBC.
The BBC. And then I feel like among my goals, I also want to get a different experience from the British, from the Nigerian. And I was sitting down one day, an opportunity came knocking at my door.
Wow.
And it's a kind of opportunity that I could not say no.
Okay.
Yeah, so TRT Hausa service is a new service.
Yes.
They are just starting.
Okay.
And I always believe that it is good to become a pioneer somewhere.
Wow, yeah.
BBC started 65 years ago. Wow. My father was not born at that time.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow, that's good.
You understand? So, BBC started when we didn't even know that we would come to this world.
Of course.
So, but I was opportune to be part of it at some point and contributed and then leave.
Yeah.
Now, it is a great opportunity for me to be part of the pioneers somewhere.
Yeah.
Go and start something.
Yeah.
Go and contribute your quota. Help in bringing something good out of a new place.
Yeah.
Understand? Then that's my belief.
Okay.
And then I also, among my goals, I also want to work in another diverse newsroom.
Yeah.
Yes, BBC, I worked in a diverse newsroom, but let me say, in BBC Hausa in Abuja office, it was only with the Nigerians. Yeah. So we were just communicating and collaborating with the other services remotely.
Virtually, yes, of course.
So, but because of trainings that I sometimes went to London to do, so I was opportune to meet some of them. Nice people.
Excellent.
They were always encouraging and pushing. But this one is an opportunity for me to go and work with other people from other backgrounds and cultures in the same newsroom. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
I will see them. They will see me. We will work together and everything. So this is a great opportunity.
Excellent.
And for God's sake, I just love, since I was 6 years old, I used to take the world map, the globe, looking at places, telling myself that I would one day go here. I would one day go here.
Good.
You understand? So this is an opportunity for me
to travel and see the world.
See the world. You understand?
Of course.
I want
meet new people.
Yes. Because of BBC, I went to London.
Wow.
I went to Kenya.
Good.
I went to Senegal.
Wow, excellent.
Because of Voice of Nigeria, I went to Germany.
Wow, excellent.
Now, because of TRT, I'm going to Turkey.
Of course.
So in Turkey, I will see Istanbul, Ankara, and so many places.
And maybe you will visit Umar and Zahra.
No, yes, definitely. So many people are telling me to send their regards. So you see, these reasons, I just want to pursue personal goals.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, and like I told you, it takes a lot of courage to leave a comfort zone.
Definitely.
When
comfort zone like the BBC.
When I was sending my resignation email, I wrote it 3 times and deleted. I was deleting. I wrote and deleted. I was asking myself, are you sure you are taking the right decision?
Wow.
You understand?
Yeah.
But when I consulted some professionals in the field. They said we cannot say go or don't go.
Yeah.
It is all about you.
Yes.
And your family. So go and talk to yourself. So the first person was my husband.
Yes, of course.
And when we talked about it, he showed interest.
Oh.
He supported me. So
100%.
that's when I was gingered.
Wow.
I said, okay, I'm ready for this.
Excellent.
Then from that, I sat down. I asked myself so many questions. And I answered the questions.
By yourself?
Yes. And I said, okay, I'm ready for this.
Good.
Let's go. And one thing that I want to tell people is it's always good to get a new challenge.
Oh, excellent.
I'm used to the challenges in BBC.
Yeah.
You understand?
Definitely.
I am used to them.
Definitely.
So I want a new challenge now to be thrown at me.
So
okay, we want this place to be established and we want you to work on its visibility and so many things.
Wow.
I didn't work on BBC's visibility, but I helped in the growth of the digital platforms.
Yeah.
But here, I'm going to start from
scratch,
making it visible to getting the growth.
Oh my God. So it's, okay, you're looking at a great deal of challenges ahead of you.
It's always good to invite new challenges.
But what are you doing to make sure that those challenges are overcome by you, are solved, are resolved as well?
It's nothing more than to do what you are asked to do, or to do even more than that.
Oh.
Yes, I'm going to be part of the team that is going to establish a new organization, new pages. People don't know about TRT, so that's a challenge upon
promotion.
Yes, we need to tell Nigerians, we need to tell Africans that TRT Hausa is here.
Okay.
You understand?
And is it going to be like TRT Hausa Radio or TRT Hausa Radio and TV?
No. There is nothing like radio.
Okay.
Yeah, TRT is Turkish radio and television.
Yes,
but for the African services, we are not going for radio.
TV?
We are not going for TV.
What is it?
It's merely digital.
Wow. Internet and social media.
Website, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Excellent.
Because this is the future.
Definitely.
This is the future. And this is what people are always going there to find stories or to express their minds. Okay. So it's mainly digital.
Okay, when you say YouTube, you're going to be visible on YouTube. Are we going to be seeing you presenting like 10-minute news in Hausa, like the BBC does, Ibrahim Mujinyawa and Aisha Tumusa?
Exactly, you will see everything.
Something like that?
Yes. And you will see documentaries in Hausa.
Yes.
You see great documentaries in Hausa about Africa, about the great things that are happening in Africa. You will see interviews with great personalities. You will see news and current affairs.
Yes.
You understand? You will see discussion programs.
Yes.
Talk shows.
Like Zamantakewa, the one you used to do on BBC?
Maybe something, but we are not going to do Zamantakewa in TRT.
Why? It was a very popular show.
Zamantakewa is already a BBC signature.
Okay.
I know I started it. I know I created the program.
But you cannot.
You understand? I produced, but I cannot take Zamantakewa to TRT.
Okay.
It is already a BBC signature.
Okay.
So in TRT, we are going to do something different.
Okay.
Better than Zamantakewa.
Okay.
Yes.
So like we're going to expect a program that will be talking about marital issues, relationship, and
it will talk about everything.
Okay.
About all of us, about our environment, our societies, you understand, our cultures and everything.
So how are you going to do the interviews? For example, when you are doing Zamantakewa, you are in Abuja and you would go to places and shoot people talking, shoot different interviews. But now you're going to Istanbul. How is it going to be? You're going to have a reporter here on the ground who will be covering the interviews?
Let me tell you something. Like all the episodes that I did for Zamantakewa, 3/4 of the episodes were recorded while I was in the office.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yes, I was just arranging. I would call you and produce you.
Yeah.
I would tell you what I wanted.
Yeah.
You understand? Then sometimes people recorded with their phones and send it to me.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I put it in the production. And because I had a great producer, Yusuf Ibrahim Yakasi, we were doing the program together. So 3/4 of what the episodes of the Mantekewa were just remotely.
Okay, so you didn't have to go to shoot the interviews with people.
No,
that's
no.
great.
All I did in the office was to do my research, wrote my script, then called my resource persons, and then they contributed and sent to me.
Okay, so briefly, because we are running out of time, I'm going to ask you this question: how are you going to be reporting African issues at TRT Hausa Service? I had an interview with a producer at TRT, Usman Ali Yuba, and we had this serious debate with him, saying that TRT is there to counter the Western narrative, the way the Western media organizations are reporting the African issues is, as he said, that mostly they are focusing on the negative stories of Africa. So the TRT is there to talk about the positivities of Africa. Then you guys from the BBC, all right, almost all of you from the BBC joining TRT Hausa, how are you going to do that?
We are going to do fascinating stories, interesting stories that we will allow Africans to tell their stories in their own way.
Okay.
We are going to change the narrative.
Okay.
We are going to bring out the beautiful stories, inspiring stories of Africans.
While hiding the corruptions and the inequalities and the problems that
I'm
are
not saying
happening.
we are going to hide that,
Okay.
but we are going to, even if we report corruption, insecurity, corruption is almost everywhere in this world.
Yeah.
You understand? But we will balance.
Okay.
So we will report the corruption, but what I'm telling you is that we will not just go and start maybe doing something while there are so many good stories that if you hear, even you as a listener, it will gladden your mind. You understand? So we'll do positive stories more than negative.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll report Boko Haram, we'll report bandits. You understand? But we will also not forget that there are Africans. Somebody like you, Umar, you are a journalism student, but you are inspiring so many people. You are practicing the profession even before you graduate. You understand? So stories like this, we are going to tell the world.
I hope you are not giving me a bribe not to press you harder.
I'm not giving you a bribe. I'm just telling the truth.
I'm looking forward to seeing myself at TRT.
I will be so happy to receive you. I will be so happy to receive you.
So I've got a question before we go. Just 1 minute. Noura Haruna Mudi is my friend, and he's one of the newscasters here in Kano on Ario Radio. He says, what is the story behind your love with bread? So he's definitely a follower of yours on social media.
Yes, it started, honestly, I'm Fulani.
And Fulanis are connected with bread.
Yes.
Okay.
Since when I was a child, I love bread.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I can eat bread morning, afternoon, night.
Oh.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
You have no problem.
I don't mind.
Good.
Give me bread with soup, bread with butter, bread with kosai, with whatever.
Real Fulani.
If it is bread, give me bread. So my love with bread is just, I don't know where it started, but it's something maybe since childhood.
Good.
Yeah.
We wish you all the best, and we hope that you will be able to ace it successfully and also lay a foundation for others to follow.
Exactly.
Inshallah. So finally, what can you say about the program here?
I can see Gwani trying to tell you that we are running out of time. Next time, invite me for 1 hour.
Definitely.
This is a great program, honestly, and I must commend you, Umar, for doing this. As a journalism student, doing this, I know how school is.
Yeah, definitely. Very tough.
I know it's hectic, and but you are still doing it. I wish you all the best. And I see you. Do you know where I see you in the next few years?
No. Where?
I will not tell you. Not now.
All right.
But I see you in great place. Inshallah.
Thank you very much indeed. Your motivation, your words of encouragement have really meant a lot to me. Not just now, of course, for years since I started. Thank you very much once again, and thank you. We wish you all the best, and we hope and we ask Allah Subhanahu wa Taala to bless your new job and to also help you and motivate you to do the right thing, and to also, as I said earlier, lay a good foundation, a very strong and solid one for others to follow.
Inshallah, it's going to be a top notch, I promise.
And yeah, of course, and we are looking forward to seeing that, and especially given that the 2023 elections are coming, we'll see you with a lot of coverage.
Inshallah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, inshallah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, that's it on this special episode of White Blood Panorama with Aunty Halima, Umar, Saleh, and me, Umar Isa. I have got no words to say, but see you soon. Goodbye.